Welcome to Dependable Flame, where we explore vintage petrol lighters, ashtrays, Tobacciana, and other useful mechanisms. Make yourself at home. Today we have the Park Industries portion of my personal collection of vintage petrol lighters. We have a total of 8 lighters here to look at today in this park category. This Storm King windproof lighter is undoubtedly the oldest, I believe from the 1950s. It's a solid working lighter in my rotation for my EDC. Definitely a functional, attractive, efficient lighter. The insert in this Storm King is the most intricately marked of all the inserts that I have that were put out by Park Industries. You can see it is marked here along the front spine. Precision made by Park Sherman, Springfield, Illinois. There's also a little bit different shape to the windscreen, a little more boxy. Definitely a variation from what you see in the later models. Now this table model, which has double-sided advertising for Hemingway Brothers Interstate Trucking, also has a replaced red felt pad on the bottom that I put on there myself. I think the color on these originally was sort of a static black or gray, but I thought that the red would go well with the gold tone of this lighter. This is also a little bit older lighter than most of the Parks that I have. As you can see, it is marked here on the insert. Precision made by Park Industries, Springfield, Illinois as well. It is the later style, while this one is made of plated steel, it looks like, as opposed to the common aluminum that they became. So the same style, but a little bit older. This is a nice functioning lighter as well. Keith was saying in our conversation on the live stream on Tuesday that none of his Parks even compared with his Zippos, and I would disagree with that. Keith and I were also talking about his Serenity Prayer Zippo and his 2 slim Park advertising Coca-Cola lighters. So we kind of have a conglomeration of the two here, a slim Park Serenity Prayer lighter. You can see that is marked Park Lighter, Murfreesboro, Tennessee, USA. I paid close to nothing for this lighter, and the spring that holds the lid shut, it does hold it shut, but it's not very tight. It doesn't take very much pressure moving upward to raise that lid. Haven't done a whole lot of maintenance on this lighter since I got it, so the wick is still dirty. The insert is very dusty, probably with degraded flint and other contaminants, but nonetheless a working lighter, which, even though I'm not a fan of Alcoholics Anonymous, I do think that this fits in with some of the other lighters that you see here before you, which may show up in a later video for my family themed or alcohol themed lighters. including the Smirnoff lighter, which is in memory of my father. An inside joke between a few of us, because my old man one night down in the deer woods decided that we had run out of alcohol. We were not drinking Smirnoff vodka, but for one reason or another, that's what he decided to call the peppermint schnapps that he couldn't believe somebody had drank all of. And now it was time to go on a beer run. So while there may be some wear, plating loss, definitely not a new lighter. This one is marked on the bottom, Park Lighter, made in USA. And the insert is marked Precision Made by Park Industries, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. I would say with the aluminum construction inserts, it's probably less than half of them that are actually marked as to where they were produced, or marked with the Park name at all. Another alcohol-themed lighter, Seagram's 100 Piper Scotch, with the Piper emblem on the reverse side. This is in memory of my Uncle Paul, who used to have me pick up a bottle of 100 Pipers and bring it out to him. That and various groceries and other things that he might have needed at the time. Take a look at the insert in that one. Aluminum construction and not marked at all. So we've got a heavy gauge chrome plated brass case for this slim with an aluminum insert inside. Now we have an all aluminum Park lighter from Murfreesboro. This one marked on the front side, Doctors Agree, Moonshine Kills, and then the graphic of a Department of the Treasury, U.S. Alcohol, Tobacco, and Firearms badge on the back. This lighter also has an aluminum insert with no markings. I'm going to leave that out for just a moment as I show you the only one that we have here before us today that is not marked Park on the case, and it is marked Crestcraft, made in USA. I have another Crestcraft lighter that was not made in USA, it was made in Japan, belonged to my dad. I think it was the same company. I don't think the company actually made either. I think in this case, another insert that is unmarked, but as you can see, this Crestcraft insert alongside the insert out of the Moonshine Kills ATF lighter, they appear to be identical. Identical aluminum construction, aluminum windscreen, leaf spring on the back. Just one reason why I believe this Crestcraft, the Vernon lighters that I have had, and a few others that were simply marked made in USA, are indeed Park lighters. This one, an advertising model of sorts, with an emblem on it with the state of Oklahoma and stars or asterisks noting Tulsa, Oklahoma City, Tinker Air Force Base, and Fort Sill. Get our insert back into our ATF lighter. And we will finish up here with what may be the most basic of Park models as far as the embossed or engraved design on this aluminum case A floral design, sort of reminds me of the Venetian. But its insert has advertising printed on the side of the insert itself. The insert is not marked. It does have a solid foam fuel cell, plastic flint spring screw, and really nice advertising, but I'm not going to slide that back into the lighter simply because I don't want to damage the advertising printed on the insert. This is also the box for that lighter. I have another box or two. I know that I still have the box for the ATF lighter sitting over at the place in Mesta Park, but it's just a cardboard type box. You guys know how I feel about the ephemera paper. It's not really something you can clean, so it's not something I get real excited about. But there it is, the 8 lighters that form the Park Industries portion of my personal collection of vintage Petrol lighters. Until next time.